There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This is my informative speech. My name is Corey Gaunt, and if you've watched any of my previous speeches, you know I like soccer. So today we're going to talk about Arsenal Football Club, and contrary to a lot of Americans' belief, soccer is the most popular sport in the world, unlike American football. So a little stat for everybody. The World Cup in 2014 had 909.6 million viewers versus the Super Bowl in 2014 had 111 million viewers. That comes from Buterlink.com, a European statistics website. So very clearly, the world loves soccer and not football. But we're not going to talk about soccer, we're going to talk about Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club is my favorite team. I'm wearing their jersey today. Kiss badge. They're from London, England, and they play in the Barclays Premier League. They are the second most successful team in England, with 13 league titles, 12 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 1 European Championship, 6 million Twitter followers, which is third most in the world, 1 Golden Premier League trophy, which I'll tell you about later, and the only team to go 49 games unbeaten in the Barclays Premier League. So first we'll talk about the early stages at Arsenal. This comes from the Arsenal website under their history page. So Arsenal was formed in 1886 by workers from the Woolwich Arsenal Armament Factory. So they made weapons in England. So a bunch of workers from that factory decided to make a football team, as they call it over there. And they initially called themselves Dial Square, which came from the roof, the shape of the roof of the building they worked in. Shortly after that, they renamed themselves the Royal Arsenal, and then later again, Woolwich Arsenal. And that was all within the first 10 years of the club. As they started picking up more and more fans, they finally reached the first division in 1903, which was the second fastest a team had ever reached the first division from the sixth division where every team has to start. After some successful years in the first division, they did face a relegation battle, and then they took on new ownership to move to their stadium Highbury, which was from South London to North London. They'd be there from 1912 till 2002. This switch from South London to North London angered some Tottenham fans, which was a club in North London, and that brought on one of the biggest rivalries in world football, and the biggest rivalry in England. Then some post-World War Arsenal information. Before the war, Arsenal were at their peak. They had won 2 league titles and was the second team in history to win the FA Cup and the league in the same year. During World War I, all of football stopped throughout Europe. There was no leagues playing during that time. The players were sent to war, and not all of them were able to return. After the war, Arsenal were not as good as before. They went 17 straight years without winning a trophy. This was bittersweet, though, because in that 17-year, Arsenal won both the league and the FA Cup again, and they won the league at White Hart Lane, the stadium of their arch rivals, Tottenham. So it made it worth it. Post-World War, the Wenger years, Arsene Wenger, second best coach in history, best coach ever at Arsenal. He took over in 1996. Since then, he's won 3 Premier League titles, 6 FA Cup titles, 1 Golden Premier League trophy, and he was the coach who took the team 49 games unbeaten. Now, that Golden Premier League trophy means that they played the entire season That's 38 games without losing a single match. No team in the history of the English League has ever done that, except for Arsenal. And so whenever they were awarded the Premier League trophy, it was in gold instead of the normal silver cup. Arsene Wenger also won the league and FA Cup double in his first full season at Arsenal. So he's the only coach to ever win the league in his first season as the head coach. He took over a team that finished 11th place the year before and took them to first place in his first season. Arsene Wenger completely changed the English philosophy on football, completely changed the game, and as I stated earlier, was voted recently the second best Premier League manager of all time by the Barclays Premier League officials. Arsene Wenger also bought the greatest ever Arsenal player and evolved him. His name is Thierry Henry. That's this man right here, Arsenal legend. Got a painting of him doing a knee slide at Tottenham Stadium because we hate Tottenham. Thierry Henry scored 228 goals in his time at Arsenal, which is the leading goal scorer in Arsenal's club history. He won 3 Premier League titles, all of them under Arsene Wenger, and he was part of the team that won the Golden Premier League trophy, also labeled the Invincibles. That's it. Do we have any questions? Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,